What's up, everyone? Freakenstein here, and I'm just doing another Throwback Sunday. So let's get all these guys in the frame here. Well, we can try to get them all in the frame, but yeah, there we go. So it's another Throwback Sunday morning cartoon recap. And oh, what's up, Duke? Duke says he caught another one. I got to remember to start screen recording these so that I can repost them and show the live chat because I don't know why, but when you go live with YouTube, uh, it doesn't show the chat when they repost it, which I think is kind of silly. But so I didn't get much this week. What's up, Buzzsaw? Buzzsaw's in the house again. Says hello. So honestly, I didn't get much this week. A lot of things have been held up by customs. I'm not too happy about that. But what can you do, right? So I don't know. I think I made a mistake because I really wanted Fans Toys Menasor, but it was just taking way too long. And now, if I just want to get Motomaster on eBay, it's like $500, and I don't want to pay that price. So I'm kind of hoping that Fans Toys will get smart and they'll actually re-release everything again, maybe in a box set. That'd be nice. But Menasor is one of my favorite guys. I really like Menasor. So to recap for the week, that big Metroplex there for $20 at a garage sale. Gotta love living in a town where, well, a small city where uh, there's not many collectors. And then I got, of course, the Dinobot here. The man, I always forget his name. Is it Slag or Sludge or what's his name? Anybody in the chat know? I forget his name, but the New Age Dinobot here. So I'm only missing one now, and that should be coming out pretty soon. I got the Saiyan Culture accessory kit for their Metroplex. Slag, there you go. Duke's got it, and Duke says, Menasor is awesome. I can't wait for the New Age Stunticon. Me too, man, because I bought that Magic Square stuff, um, their Bruticus, and I'm sorry, man, but for the price I'm paying, you're giving me garbage plastic all the time. I don't want garbage plastic. Okay, I want something that's sturdy. You know, say what you will. You might like Magic Square, but to me, I want quality, right? Like I want something I can actually play around with without fear of breaking it or stress marks. Yeah, Duke says $20 for that Metroplex is insane. Yes, it's very insane. And like I can go to the comic book store right now and buy unopened boxes that are signed by people for like $40. It's ridiculous. I looked online and I seen it's one of these Human Unite Transformer toys, and it's signed. I don't know who it's signed by, but it's signed by somebody. But just that toy alone, they want like $150 for. I can get it for $40. Like honestly, I would collect every. It's just too expensive. Maybe once my channel starts going and starts making invest in everything everybody wants me to get, and that's pretty much what I've been doing is going on suggestion for everybody. Like they've been saying, can you do this in review? And if I don't have it, I've been buying it. And even though it's not what I collect, I'm still buying it and doing the reviews for everybody because, this channel, I want everybody to see what it's like to be a collector and opening up something for the first time and transforming it for the first time and going through them problems. Yeah, the store is in Windsor. It's called Paper Heroes. They have a lot of Transformer stuff in there that I don't know where it came from because I pretty much bought out all the collectors in my city. So hopefully, you know, whoever it is getting rid of their whole collection and I can get some pieces. You know what they have there is Devil Slayer, I think it's called. But it's only 5 out of the 6 bots, but they only want $100 a piece for each bot. And again, on eBay, they want like $300 each for them bots. So, you know, maybe it's worth the investment and then sourcing out that last bot to make Devastator, but who knows? Who knows? There's so many toys that I want and need, and there's so many toys that are in storage that I just can't get my hands on, right? Like, I have no room for anything where I'm living. I live in the middle of Windsor Ghetto, and I don't even want to keep my stuff here. But my greatest fear is this. There's been lots of break-ins in storage units and stuff like that across the city, and, I'm just praying to God that my motorcycle lock uh, can hold up to everything that's coming towards it because this lock claims that not even a diamond cutter can cut through this lock. Buzzsaw says, sorry, I have to leave early. Have a blessed day. You too, Buzzsaw. You too. This is why I come on at around 11 o'clock my time because church is done and everybody's settling down and we can just sit back and chat and relax and have some good old times with some Transformers, right? So I also got Magic Square Light of uh, Freedom, I think it is. Yeah, it's the Light of Freedom, but it's the metallic version. Yeah, it was a nice place, man. And, here's why Windsor was a nice place, though. And a lot of people don't get this or understand this. There was a little street here in Windsor called Drouillard Road, and it pretty much dictated the crime of the city. But on this road, it was like living like you were on a pirate ship. Okay. Basically, everyone on that block looked out for each other, even though they were a bunch of criminals. Uh, but like, if something was going down and the boys from Drouillard didn't like it, they would put a stop to it. It wasn't really a police-run city, but as soon as Ford's bought up Cadillac and destroyed that neighborhood, uh, and it was a community, like a serious community of people that actually cared about each other. Like I said, a bunch of criminals, but we all cared about each other, right? As soon as that neighborhood was bought up by Ford's, it was scattered across the city, and you know there was no more protection for the people that were there. They got arrested, and things just started getting out of hand. Crack introduced itself to the city, and from there it went on and went on and went on, and now, you know, here's what's messed up, man. We have like 230,000 people, and 40,000 of them are without homes right now. Think about how bad that is for a city that this small. And I would love to call these people homeless, but the truth is that a homeless person is someone that's fallen on hard times and has been knocked down and knocked down and knocked down. But once they reach bottom, they climb back to the top and bring their life back. The people that are here in this city are from all over Canada. They get bussed into my city, and they are 100% junkies. They don't even care when you revive them with the Narcans. I've revived in 5 years 12 people, and each one of these people have told me straight up afterwards. They come straight up to me and yell at me, screaming at me. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I take away their high? Why? And I'm like, so what, you just wanted me to let you die? And all of them say yes. It's so horrible. Like, you know, I get it. They're people too, but like when it's at that point where none of them even care if they're alive or dead, it's just sad. And like I said, I live in one of the poorest neighborhoods in all of my city. Like, look, I live in a complex with 5 buildings that are all, you know, government run. And the worst part is, look right there, guys. That's Windsor Caesars Casino right there, and it's right behind the ghetto. You can see the right through there. That's their parking lot, right? And a lot of the times, all the news that goes on in here doesn't hit the news because our mayor doesn't want to show how bad it really is here. Like, I survived because I got tough skin, and I don't deal with BS in my real life, and a lot of this nonsense around here is childish and BS, and I'm the one that's playing with toys all the time. But it's like high school. As soon as someone doesn't have a job and they're off work for a while, they resort back to like grade school, high school tactics with gossip and bullying and picking on people, and I just don't put up with that stuff. Yep, all the big cities, but not just all the big cities, man. Duke Nukem says all the big cities and all the big American cities are filled with junkies and dangerous criminals. Well, it's this, man. In Ontario, it's not even just the cities; it's the small towns. It's everywhere. It's like a plague. Like, unemployment is at an all-time high. Housing is at an all-time high. And here's the best part, okay? In my city, Windsor, Ontario, you look it up, the mayor is literally building an ice rink right outside of City Hall, and right across the street is an ice rink. Think about that for a second. He's spending millions of dollars to build an ice rink outside of City Hall, okay? And there's an ice rink right across the street. Now tell me that doesn't sound weird or fishy or even criminal for a mayor to even do that when I just told you that there's 40,000, actually 42,000 people registered in this city that don't have a home to live. And that includes a lot of people that just came here from the Ukraine and other foreign countries. They have no place to live. There's people renting out apartments and have one-bedroom apartments and have 9 or 10 people living in them. Our our school promotes people from the Middle East to come and join this program and get in debt with our country. And all these kids are living 10 to 15 people per one-bedroom place. And it's just like not right. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but the Canadian News also said the government will give the city $40,000 per house that it builds as an incentive to build more housings. My mayor in my city, I'm not saying his name, you can look it up if you want to, said, guess what? We're not doing that. Say what? I'll go build houses right now if you give me $40,000 for incentive. You know? Duke Nukem says our mayor is dramatically underreported in crime too. Yep. And that's how it is all over this world right now. The crime is not being handled correctly. Now, I don't know where you're from, but here in my neighborhood, there are 4 known murderers that have murdered people in these buildings that still live in these buildings that went and got arrested and got let out a week after because they have to wait for their court date, which they are bragging is 18 months away. 18 months away. They don't even have a bracelet on. They don't have no conditions, no nothing, right? Like it's just absolute ludicrous. So we have 4 murderers running around and they get to do and say what they want and they're still doing crimes, they're still selling drugs, they're still doing all this idiocracy stuff. And I just think about this. When I do talk to these people, I come to find out that a lot of them are mentally ill, which is sad because Canada decided to stop bringing people in to mental institutions because of human rights. So you're telling me if I'm schizophrenic with bipolar disorder or schizophrenic with multiple personality disorder, um, I'm allowed to walk the streets unmedicated? First of all, I'm a danger to myself and I'm a danger to everybody else. I don't care about this nonsense called human rights because, in my eyes, if you pay taxes in any country, that means you have to follow the rules. And if I am mentally unstable and I need to take my medication, please put me in somewhere that I can have a semi half decent life where I can literally, you know, have some peace and be medicated and not hurt myself or anybody else around me. Like we spend billions of dollars keeping people on drugs in Canada. Literally, Narcan, billions of dollars. Uh, Needles, heroin, and crack kits, billions of dollars, billions and billions of dollars. Like, I don't think that's fair. I don't. These people need help, not encouragement to stay on the drugs. So, again, you know, I've always said this since I was in high school. Every country should be run by 12 year olds and have to switch every year. And we're talking about the best of the best our country can offer us. Okay. What 12-year-old is going to say, hey, guys, let's keep these people on drugs, not help them? No way. What 12-year-old is going to say, yeah, let's let dangerous people that have mental issues run the streets and do what they want and be unhappy and miserable their whole lives because they're not on their medication? Not one 12-year-old would do that. Not one 12-year-old would say, hey, let's raise everything up 17%. Yep, the pharmaceutical places. Duke Nukem's talking about the pharmaceutical places don't want these people on drugs either, and that's the sad part. Most of these people are on fentanyl. Okay, there's an easy way to solve that problem. Um, have it delivered once a day, and make sure that the person that's supposed to have it is taking it at that time, so that they're not selling their whole prescription to these people and having them die all over the neighborhood. And it's not just fentanyl; it's everything: Percocets, morphine, you name it. Any drug that they can get their hands on, they're selling it, right? Like even mental health issue drugs, they're selling to people. You know, it's not right. It's not right. You know, and that's why I started my channel. To be honest with you, I was so sick and tired of the depression that I was in And the only happiness I would have in my life is looking at my wall full of Transformers. And I was like, I need an escape. I don't talk to anybody in my neighborhood really. There's a few nice people, but I don't really talk to nobody. And after my accident, I lost a lot of people in my life. They just couldn't handle being around me because they thought it was the end for me, and they just disappeared. And to be honest, I don't want those people back in my life. You left me at my worst time. I would never do that to somebody, you know? And I'm starting over in life, and this is what I decided to do: is focus on this channel, meet good people, and just keep Transformers alive as much as I can. So let's get off that depressing topic, anyways, here, guys, because I gotta talk about this light of peace. He's got this metallic paint, as you guys can see, and the problem is when you transform him, you have to pull out his arm, right? And then this all twists, but there's a piece in there. I don't know if you guys can see that red piece in there on this arm that doesn't come out how it should. And I'm scared to do anything at all to transform them. It's okay because I already have the Light of Freedom Magic Square. Um, but I'll say this about this. The $20 Magic Square that I did buy, the $25 or $20 that I bought off of the knockoff off of AliExpress, sure puts this thing to shame. It does. I'm sorry, but it does. It's. I wish I didn't pack them away, but I did. But I wish I could compare them to side by side. But honestly, it puts this thing to shame, and that's horrible. Because this guy's like $90, you know, and for $90, I would expect quality control. And what I mean by quality control is transform the thing. Make someone transform every single one of these from robot to vehicle to back to robot to make sure that everything is good. Because now I got to come in with a screwdriver, and I can't even show you because these pieces are here, but I got to come in with a screwdriver underneath here and loosen up two screws that I can barely even get into. I'm going to have to bend a screwdriver to get into it, you know? Um, and that kind of sucks because I want things, you know. Uh, KOs suck. I don't know, man. I got a lot of KOs, and they've been better than a lot of things. Mech Fans Toys is a KO, and they got lots of great toys. Um, half these third-party companies started off as KO companies, and some of them still are on the back page. You just don't know, right? So I wouldn't go as far as to say that. So we looked at Prime. Like, look, here's a perfect example for a KO. This is a KO $20 Megatron. I paid I think it was $60 for mine. This is the Concept Megatron KO version. The only difference on this guy, and I compare them side by side, is that he does not have Decepticon logo on the front. But these are the exact same characters. In fact, this one feels a little bit more solid with the plastics. Okay, and this was only $20. Okay, so you could say all you want about KO sucking, but when you can get the exact same toy for $20 and save yourself $30, and all you got to do is put a sticker on, come on. You can't say KOs suck, right? Because I could say this: all Hasbro toys suck. You want to know why? Because I pay way too much money for garbage toys that fall apart. But everybody likes Hasbro. But you'd rather spend your money or overspend your money on Hasbro? I don't think so. So we got that done and looked at. QC is a good thing, but it'll cost more. Well, you know what? I'm willing to pay them prices if I'm getting something perfect. Look what I went through with what is it, Dreamstar or whatever their Superion. Like all I did was put the guy's leg on, and the weight of the leg broke the plastic right at the hip of the other robot. And now I'm screwed because I can't even get that piece. I've tried doing everything I could, but because I've had it for so long, they're not doing it anymore. They're not replacing the pieces anymore. If it would have happened in the beginning, they would have replaced the piece, but now I can't have it. So, I'd rather have quality control, especially when you're spending $1,000 on a combiner. So again, this is for that Saiyan culture. Um, I think it's called Six Shot, and I forget what this guy's called, but he does transform into a robot. I just don't have him in the robot mode right now. But yeah, it's a pretty good week, I guess, for toys. It's not exactly what I usually get. I usually get more. Oh, don't even get me started on X Transbot, okay? Because honestly, they look good on the shelf till you start playing with them, and the plastic literally is so brittle that it breaks, like peanut brittle. Like, yeah. Duke Nukem says I'd pay more for better quality control too, especially from X Transbots. And my two favorite companies right now are Fans Toys and New Age. Problem I have with Fans Toys is this: what the hell are you doing releasing more Transformers when you haven't finished the other ones? Stop playing around and start getting on track and start releasing them. Number two, stop with the recolors and just get out your toy. And not only that, but you can sell stuff as sets. Be a good idea to sell stuff as a set. One big box, all 5 box in one. So my biggest score is obviously the Metroplex there. I don't think anyone's ever gotten a deal so good for $20 for a Metroplex. And to be honest with you, I wish I had the instructions because I really want to transform them. And I really don't want to look at someone else's video. Uh, I used to watch everybody else's videos. I still do, but I will not use them for reference for transforming because I honestly want to keep this channel as genuine as possible and do all the transforming live in front of everybody so that they can actually see the struggles that a real collector goes through when he has to do things on his own and look at poor instructions from third-party companies or even Hasbro's poor instructions and you know figure it out. You know that's the best thing about these toys is you got to figure stuff out if you get stuck, right? So I think that's always a good thing. I'm trying to find somewhere where I can download the instructions and have them on paper for him. Duke Newsom says, I bought Power Glide for X Transbot. He fell apart after a few transformations. I never bought from them again. Let me just say this, Duke Nukem. You are not the first person that had that problem with that character. Okay? And look, I'm going to tell you straight up right now. This is why I buy New Age over Magic Square every day of the damn week. Because even him, when I pull him out of the box, a pin dropped. And it's a pin about that big. I have no idea where it goes. I'm hoping it's not essential. I hope it's just an extra piece. But come on, man. Use some Loctite if you're going to have a pin. Something. Something to reinforce that pin to stay in there. And the pin's got a little bit of a screw on the end. So you could have used some Loctite or something on that. You know? I bought that X Transbots. Who is he now? Sorry, guys. I get a lot of brain farts. I was in a traumatic motorcycle accident. My memory is foggy at times, so don't forgive me if I don't remember all their names. And I'm never gonna be able to remember everything, anyways. I have too much stuff going on with my life to, and again, because of the accident, I can't remember anything really at all. It gets foggy when I try to think about stuff. What is his name? He's the red tank. Anyways, wait, no, it wasn't. It wasn't that. It wasn't X Transport. Sorry, it was Bad Cube. It was Bad Cube, and they just had this tiny little circle loop holding the arm together. And as soon as I lifted the arm up, the plastic cracked and broke, and now I can't even have that guy. Now I've been Warpath. Thank you, Duke Nukem. Warpath. I don't know why I didn't remember that. I was just playing with him the other day. I think it was the Transformers Legacy one. Um, but yeah, Warpath. So, anyways, back to my story. I was transforming this poor guy, and the arm just broke right off. Now I can't fix that piece. It's too small. Like I can't glue it. I can't do nothing. It's not going to hold. The only thing I can do is take the whole damn toy apart and recast and mold that piece after I've fixed it, and maybe make it thicker. And hopefully it'll withstand the time. But you know, when I bought that guy, it was almost $200, and I'm like, quality control again, please help. Like I am a collector, and I like to put things on shelves, but I also like to take things off the shelves and play with them. You know, it helps me with my mind. It helps me with my memory. It helps me with everything, right? Like Transformers saved my life twice in my life, and I appreciate everything about it. And that's why I want to keep this channel open to you guys constantly. I got a Facebook that you guys can all join in the chat. I wish that YouTube would just open up a general chat for all the subscribers inside the community tab, since it is for the community, that anybody that's subscribed can go onto that page and jump in the chat and make their comments. Because let's face it, your guys' comments are important to me. And not only are they important to me, but I like your feedback. Now, I've been told by many people, oh, you need to step up your game. You need to do this with your video. You need to do that with your video. But then I'll be just like everybody else. Why do I want to be like anybody else? I want to be myself. I've always been a leader, not a follower. And I think doing the videos raw in front of everybody, I think I built a connection with real fans. Like, I think I've spoken to almost everybody that's ever subscribed to me, and I love that. And I love that you guys go and join my Facebook community and chat with me there. It's awesome. Like I said, I hope one day I do blow up and I get stupid amount of numbers, and I can start traveling to the United States and Canada and maybe some parts of Europe to go meet collectors and interview them and show off their collection and stuff like that. I also have a plan, hopefully in the near future, to buy truck trailer, turn it into Optimus Prime's trailer, and put my collection in there and make a mini museum that people can come straight off the streets and see my collection and enjoy it. There's nothing better than meeting somebody that, oh my God, I had that toy when I was a kid, you know? And thanks to Transformers continuing on for the last 40 years, I've got anywhere from 8-year olds to 50-year olds saying, I don't remember that when I was a kid. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. But again, another big goal of my channel is this. I really wanted to make money, and I really do want to do as many giveaways as possible. I want to be able to also go to Walmart or Toys R Us and buy a random kid a transformer and surprise them with it, you know, like I did one video like that when I did my first 1,000 subscribers, and it was a really good feeling, right? It was a really good feeling to do that for somebody. That kid really appreciated that, and I think that's awesome. I also want to be able to go and buy other people's collections if they're on hard times and give them a fair price and not screw them about and undercut them or you know all that kind of stuff like that. I just want to keep Transformers growing and alive. And in the last few years, I've changed my mind about things, and it's been like this. I was a G1 forever. Now I'm just this guy that appreciates all Transformers, even if I don't like them, because it keeps Transformers alive. When I first seen the first Transformers 1 commercial, I was like, oh my God. They Nickelodeoned it, they Disneyed it, they did Pixar it or whatever for kids, and this wasn't going to be for adults. Then I seen the second trailer, and I was like, okay, that's more like it. I think that's awesome. I think that's great. I think this is going to be a decent movie now. But it wasn't until the second trailer where I thought that. And they keep switching the release dates on it, though, because the first date that I read was for September 13th for Canada when it was going to be released in theaters. And I'm kind of hoping that is still the case because that is my birthday. And I would really like that to happen for me, is to go and watch that movie on my birthday. That'd be a great gift. Since I'm really not doing too much for my birthday. I'm getting too old for birthdays, to be honest with you. But I do like having surprises like that. That'd be great. But now it's saying the 20th, so I might have to wait. And the last time I went to see Rise of the Beast, I dressed up as Optimus Prime, and they wouldn't even let me wear my costume in the theater. And I'm like, what the hell? You got people in full mask and everything. Why can't I wear that? And Duke Nukem says that would be an awesome birthday. Yes, it would. Because you know what? I plan on doing this. If they got any of those statues there, I'm going to be like, it's my birthday. Look at my birth certificate. Duke says he'll be 47 on the 26th of September. That's cool, man. That's cool. I get along with everybody pretty much that has a birthday in September, so that's right on. I hope you're going to do something real fun for your birthday. I hope you get some cool Transformers for your birthday. That'd be nice. I know what I'm getting for my birthday, and that is going to be the Robosin self-transforming Megatron. I hope it comes before my birthday. They said sometime early September it'll be released, but you know, it is what it is. I kind of wish they would have made more of those trailers though, because I'm definitely without for them trailers. I don't have that trailer. I really wanted it, but I didn't get it. Maybe I'll get a second hand one day from somewhere. Someone will be selling it somewhere and I can buy it. But other than that, I'm not gonna go on eBay and spend $2,000 on one that someone is selling. It's just not fair or right. Um, all these people that do that. I actually got to see him in person at TFCon Toronto. Duke Nukem says Robeson Megatron looks amazing. And honestly, I really do like him, but I have a small problem. So you know how they have two Optimus Primes, one smaller, one bigger. Well, they had the bigger one there, and Megatron is towering over him. And then you got Grimlock, which is smaller too. And I would think of size comparisons, Megatron and Optimus should be about the same size, and Grimlock should be the one that's a little bit bigger. And then again with this I believe Bumblebee that they have, and this other Optimus Prime from the Bay movies, like they don't even transform. That's not cool. I've seen this guy, Italian guy, I think he's Italian. He's been making Transformers all over the place, and all of them transform. And he's just doing it out of his home. Like he should be working for Robeson. Like Jesus, man, the stuff that he's doing. I wish I could interview him because if I could speak his language, I'd be getting a hold of him ASAP and interviewing him. This guy is just phenomenal. Um, back in the day, there was a leak of Hound, and I think it was one of the Constructicons um, that was also like a Robeson type robot. And I hope they make those too. But I definitely know that they got to come up with Soundwave shortly. And I hope when they make that Soundwave, they take my advice and put an MP4 player in his chest and turn him into a Bluetooth speaker as well, so that while he's in his tape deck mode, you can watch all the Transformers cartoons. Even if Hasbro has to sell them individually as a file for him, I'll be fine with that. But it would be cool to actually have it so that you can watch episodes on his chest, and then also use them as a. Oh, I don't know what happened, but my stream ended. But yeah, back in the day, there was this robot that you could literally have mimic your moves and it would dance. It was just this little gray robot. I think they should imply that technology into Robeson toys so that you can do that. Yeah, I know. I know. You know how many people I've talked to Robeson about that idea? And, you know, they say it's a good idea and everything, but, the last guy that I talked to, they fired because he just gave me so much info. It wasn't even funny. And when Robeson screwed me for 3 years, not sending me a replacement part, and they still haven't, um, and then ignored my emails after email after email. I was like, screw it. I'm going to leak what they told me. And I told everybody what we were getting. But they did do one thing that I told them not to do. At first, they were going to do a Michael Bay Bumblebee after doing Optimus Prime. I was like, no, you can't do that, man. You got to stick with G1. You can't just go from making this robot, this awesome Optimus Prime, to start making Michael Bay stuff when you got G1 Optimus Prime. You can't have a G1. You can't have Michael Bay Megatron and Bumblebee to go with that. You got to stick to it. So I'm glad they listen to that. I hope they listen to that. I hope maybe it wasn't me, but maybe it was some other people that convinced them not to do that. But that kind of sucks that bee doesn't transform. It would have been a lot better if that bee could transform. So I don't really know how long I've been actually streaming for. I think it's coming up on an hour. Um, but yeah, I want to keep this for about an hour, not let it go so long. And I can't believe it disconnected. So let me get to some things. I work hard for you guys, and I do have some links in my description for um, your world of building blocks. I believe that's what's called your world of bricks, maybe. But that's where I get all my Lego Transformers. Thanks, Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem says 43 minutes. So that's where I get all my Lego Transformers from. And the best part about that website is this. Every time that I buy one of these Legos from them, it says one price, but it ends up being so much less. Okay. And there is a code that you can use, and that code will get you a 5% discount. I also got in touch with Yolopark. And Yolopark also gave me a code for you guys. So if you're interested in those Transformer models, you can get those as well. So I'm continuing to work with other places. Okay. I have 3 major toy manufacturers, and I'm not talking about Hasbro. I'm talking about some third-party people that are very interested in sponsoring me, but unfortunately, they all said the same thing. They want me to have over 3,000 subscribers, which one day I will. I'm going to keep on plugging away. I'm going to keep on doing giveaways for you guys. I'm going to keep on giving you real videos. I'm never going to ever buy it, a transformer, have it break, stop the video and redo it and buy another one and then tell you it's fantastic. I'm going to tell you every single time my honest opinion about something, especially when it comes to transformers. So, and also I've been doing a lot of giveaways. I've started doing giveaways before I was even monetized. So, I'm going to continue on with that. I'd like to do them more often, but again, I'm on a fixed income and I spend a lot of money on transformers to keep this channel going, and a lot of equipment and stuff like that, and learning new things. Um, and that all comes out of my pocket right now. But in the future, once this channel starts making me money, I'm going to use every single dime to put back into the channel, whether it be to buy giveaway toys or to buy toys that people want me to review, stuff like that. So I'm going to continue to keep doing that for everybody. And always, if you have a small channel or a large channel and you want to do an interview, we can do interviews. I just did an interview with what was it? Jugglehead, where he's been remastering the 86 Transformers movie, and he just put out a brand new, never seen before trailer for that movie. And if you would watch that right now and you didn't know anything about the Transformers the movie, it would make you want to go watch that movie immediately. It brought me right back to childhood. That trailer was so amazing. 3D printing Titans. I did an interview. He's the guy with the 4-foot Metroplex and Triptychon and the 8-foot Unicron. So, all great people. I'm trying to line up some more interviews, but anytime you guys want to talk about bots, you can. I've also been featured on Craptastic Plastic, which is a toy channel as well, for some unboxings. We've done some unboxings together, and hopefully I can get him on the channel as well and do an interview with him. He's a really good guy. We get along pretty well. But back to what I was saying, I got a special, and I mean it is special, giveaway for my 1,250th subscriber. I think I only need like 10 more. And this is what you could win. This is the female Galvatron from Mastermind Creations. Okay. And this character was $150, and now they're trying to sell it for like $300 on eBay. So this is my copy. Your copy is unopened, untouched, and it'll arrive to you in the mail if you win that character. And you'll also be able to win other characters, other prizes too. I think I might do a t-shirt giveaway and maybe another toy giveaway. And I don't know. I've been going around in my head if I should do this or not. Maybe I should go on, like when I get to that goal, go and buy another toy at Walmart. I'll have to check out the remastered trailer. I must have been on travel when you did that interview. Yes, he doesn't show the trailer during my interview because I don't have that StreamYard. I refuse to pay for that kind of stuff. Uh, when I'm on such a fixed income and budget. But you know, does have it up on his channel. So if you want to see that, you can. Um, And he also says, wow, I didn't know she was so valuable. Neither did I until I looked at the prices. Um, but it is Mastermind Creations Awkward Max, and honestly, I do love their toys. I just wish that they would, you know, do do more G1 stuff, do some more B Sport stuff, kind of stuff like that. Like it's nice that they have all these masterpiece characters, but like give us some characters that didn't come from IDW or other areas that I'm not familiar with yet. And I do say yet because I'm trying to get into it. I'm trying to source out the original Transformers. I'm about to buy some digital copies of it, of the comics, the Marvel and the IDW ones, just so that I can catch up on stuff that I missed that in my stubborn days I didn't even want anything to do with, to be honest with you, because it wasn't G1. But yeah, so I think that wraps it up for today. And thank you for everybody that joined me on this recap, this Sunday morning cartoon throwback, where I recap everything I've done for the week. And I hope to keep making more videos for you guys and keep getting more toys and keep in contact with everybody. Just make this a big community of people that really love Transformers like I do. So, like always, this is Freakenstein saying, keep playing Freakenstein. Oh.